Yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible, the Bible, I believe the Bible, it tells me so. Good evening. Welcome to a night of inspiration, of gospel, R&B, and laughter.
What inspired you to sing? Well, when I was about maybe 4 years old, I remember being around my aunts and uncles, and they were standing around a radio, and Smokey Robinson was on the radio singing, "Ooh, baby, baby." And they just stopped everything they were doing, and they started singing. And I saw the power of music at that point. I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And at the age of 5, I've always known I wanted to sing. And it's taken a long time on this journey and many experiences along the way to lead to this point, but I've always known since I was a kid that this is what I'm supposed to do.
There comes a time when all you want.
Why music? What's your connection to music? Why not art? Why not dance? Why not anything else? Well, it's all intertwined. Music is dance, it's movement, it's writing, it's literature, it's literacy. Music is connected to everything that we do in this life, even math. You can rhythmically count out math beats. That's what it's all related to everything. So my journey began with music, but it evolved into acting, it evolved into dance, it evolved into teaching. And so again, it's the platform for life, the rhythm of life. Well, you know what? There was a period where I wasn't singing, and that was a very trying time. It was a growing time. I was working at a job where basically it was ministry. Ministry to some capacity is what I would be doing, connecting with people, trying to make a difference in someone's life, doing something beyond myself. During that period, I was working a lot with homeless students and families, so music was not in the picture at that time, but me being connected to people has always been part of my life. That's what I would be doing, something where I could make a difference in someone's life. You know, God has given me songs, and I'm beginning to write. And as I look at the state of the world, I challenge myself, as to what more can I do? What can I do different? What am I not doing that I should be doing? And that's where I'm going with the next project. It's going to, now that this project, Begin Again, has evolved, well, now let's talk about what next that we've begun again as we continue on this journey. I bring Jesus to it. As an artist, when I first began, no matter what music I sang, there was always some type of inspirational element to it. I never knew that I was on the journey of ministry, and it's amazing how God will use your life unknowingly to you to bring glory to Him. And so with me, bringing Jesus with me in every arena, Whether I'm singing in a nightclub, whether I'm singing in a church, whether I'm singing in a school, whether I'm singing at a community center, Jesus is the focus. And so with that, I've also been able to add all of the gifts I've been given and utilize that platform into one performance: song, dance, storytelling, theater. And I think that's what makes me unique as an artist.
You have several audiences. God is your audience, people are your audience, whoever else is looking is your audience. But as you're singing, as you're doing your music, how do you balance the two?
Wow, that's a really good question. Well, first and foremost, I'm trying to please God with what I say, with what I sing, how I move, just my performance as a whole. Secondly, I'm ministering to souls out there, not just to entertain you, because God did tell me that He wanted me to do more than entertain people, and that's to make a difference in their life. So while I'm entertaining you, because we all like to have a good time, I'm also trying to leave something with you. I'm trying to plant a seed so that if we never are in each other's presence again, my fruit will remain from the seeds that I've planted. So it's dual. I'm on assignment. Simple as that. I'm on assignment. What would I do to help other artists? I would say trust God with the process. This is not a new thing for me. I have been on this journey for a lot of years, and I've seen many people who have walked along this journey with me reach a level of success that the world might deem as having made it. There's some things that I still would like to do that I have not done as of yet. There's still a level of success that I would like to reach that I have not reached yet. But I would say to trust God with the process, to not get ahead of Him, to be still and know that God is God, that He knows what He's doing, that He may be delayed, but He won't be denied, or you won't be denied, we won't be denied, and that He's faithful to what He promises. As far as the people who've helped me along the way, I've met some wonderful, wonderful artists who I've gleaned from, who I've been blessed to sit at their feet, and they just poured into my life. When I started singing, I was fresh out of college, and it was amazing how a lot of the people who were speaking into my life, here I am, a 22-year-old, they were like in their late 30s and 40s and up, and they took me under their wing, and they taught me well, great musicians. A lot of them, most of them I met in Memphis, Tennessee, which is, the talent in Memphis is insane. It really is insane. And I just had some great teachers who were not only great musicians, great singers, but great entertainers. They knew how to captivate an audience. So I was taught well. So to all of those who helped me during those formative years, I thank you for seeing something in me that made you want to pour into my life.
So who are some of your favorite artists? Who do you like listening to?
Who do I like listening to? When I started singing, one of the artists that really touched my heart was Minnie Riperton. I learned the delicacy of songwriting and just the sweetness of singing. I adore the writing of Brenda Russell. I think she's so underrated. You know, I'm going old school now for real, but the depth of her writing and her melodies are just so beautiful. Phyllis Hyman, Aretha Franklin. What I love, and on the gospel side, Tremaine Hawkins, Shirley Caesar. What I love most about these singers is their interpretation of songs. through their lyrics, through their music, the way they phrase the verses and choruses, the breaths that they take. I mean, it's pure perfection. So those are the singers that truly inspired me.
Here, I want to slow my pace down a little bit, if that's all right, before I sing my next song, Lessons Learned. I want to tell you a story about lessons learned. Now, one day the father of a very wealthy family decided that he wanted to take his family on a trip to the country with the express purpose of showing them how poor people live. Well, they spent several days and nights on the farm of what would be considered a very poor family. Well, on their return trip home, the father asked his son, "Well, son, how was the trip?" "It was great, Dad." "Ah, well, did you see how poor people live?" "Oh, yeah," said the son. "Well, what did you learn?" asked the father. "Well, I saw that we have one dog, but they have 4. Our swimming pool goes from our front yard to the middle of our garden, but they have a creek that has no end. We live on a small piece of land, but they have fields that go beyond sight. We buy our food, but they grow their food. We have servants who serve us, but they serve each other. We have a fence around our house to protect us, but they have friends to protect them." The boy's father was speechless. There was nothing he could say. And his son said, "Thanks, Dad, for showing me how poor we are." There's a blessing in the lesson. Looking back on where I've been, if I had to do it all over again, some things I change, others I leave the same. Had some joy, a whole lot of pain. Friends come and friends go. I never knew a friend would be so cold. Life will twist and turn, leaving trails there, lessons burned. Time is moving, I'm on the run. Got a lot to do before I'm done. Heaven's gates around the bend. I'm working hard, y'all, trying to make it in line. It was meant to show you something about you. Whether good or bad, happy or sad,